beautiful morning. Hope and pray that everyone must have a wonderful journey, chanting very attentively to attract the hearts and minds of the divine couple Radha and Krishna. So those spiritual warriors who made our journey successful today was Ishwar Krishna Prabhu, Yamuna Sundari Mataji, Ivy Gautam, Sneha Mataji, Murli Manohar Prabhu, Sikha and Pankaj Gupta, Parmeshwari Devidasi, Girivardhari Prabhu, Shriya Devidasi, Rohini Nandan Prabhu, Sitala Priya Devidasi, Sachinandan Krishna Prabhu, Kasturi Manjari Mataji, Sistastika Devidasi, Leela Manjari Devidasi, Manmatha Anand Prabhu, Sundari Radha Mataji. I didn't see Ram Panda today, their son, Haribo. Srinivas Acharya Prabhu, Patit Pavan Prabhu, Parmanand Hari Prabhu, Nandan Priya Mataji, Sugandh Raj Prabhu, Aradhana Devi Dasi, Prafullanand Madhav Prabhu. Actually, his wife Sripad Lalita Mataji joined early, beat him today, Haribo. Their wonderful daughter Akshata, Hanuman Prabhu, Ravi Pipilia Prabhu, Shaman Panchal Prabhu, Govind Gita Mataji, Rupa Vilas Prabhu, Nitya Navli Devidasi, Abhay Prabhu, Sarva Tarak Prabhu, Amal Atman Prabhu, Rohit Mishra Prabhu, Saraswati Devidasi, Tulsi Priya and Jai Govinda Prabhu, Rajendra Prabhu, Janki Khan Prabhu, Labanga Latika Mataji, Shumitra Radha Mataji, Devendra Krishna Prabhu, Divyansan Saloni, Pandurang Devdas Prabhu, Devendra Rati Mataji, Tapti Ghosh Mataji, Vraj Vinod Prabhu, Anand Vinodini Devidasi, Nissan Sharma, Priyanka Mataji, Prathmesh Prabhu, Riya Saroha, Kalpataru Mataji, Kishore Krishna Prabhu, Priya Kishori Devidasi, Raman Krishna Prabhu, Leela Manjari Devidasi, Radha Seva Devidasi, Murli Mohan Prabhu, Shakti Mata Devidasi, Sarva Shakti Devidasi, Sri Kumar Prabhu, Sri Kansurvasi Prabhu, Srinivas Charan Prabhu, Namanan Prabhu didn't join today, Haribol. He called me yesterday. He said that he feels so bad if he doesn't join by 4:30. He said, Prabhu, I feel so bad if I join at 5. I said, no, you should join at any time. But I think that thought has not been settled in his mind. Haribol. Veena Mataji also didn't join, Haribol. Unsteady. Veena Bhai. That's not good. Vijay Kishore Prabhu, Bhadra Bharti Mataji, Kamal Mukha Krishna Prabhu, Rico Ilai, Madhvi Gopi Mataji, Uttam Bhakta Prabhu, Vallabhi Mataji, Kanta Mataji, Vani Prabhu, Shankari Khor Devi Dasi, Krita Lakshan Prabhu, Matangi Gopi Devi Dasi. Hopefully their daughter Radhika also joined. Balaji Prabhu, Madan Mohan Kundu Prabhu. Madan Mohan Prabhu, your advice on my coughing has reduced drastically. I'm practicing very nicely, and I think I'm not coughing that much, not wasting their time. Neither I'm disturbing all the devotees. So I really thank for your guidance and support to show me the way to stop this. And I'm going to share with His Holiness Radharaman Maharaj also, because he's suffering like anything, So wonderful. Kamal Priya Mataji, Manoj Kapoor Prabhu, Radha Charan Prabhu, Abhay Charan Prabhu, Shukruti Devi Dasi, Kamini Priya Mataji, Shankar Sanel Manjari, Sundari Leela Mataji, Rukmini Priya Devi Dasi, Sudhir Krishna Prabhu, Shakhi Sharan Devi Dasi, Sarmishta Sahi, Rashakida Prabhu, Anand Radhika Mataji, Advait Prabhu, Rajesh and Sweta, Shyam Sundar Prabhu, Harikatha Mataji, Jai Sachinandan Prabhu, Hemangini Chauhan, Suchitra Devidasi, Rashmi Mataji, Sesa Kapoor Mataji, Lekha Mataji, थानेश्वर, मुरली गोपाल प्रभु, अरविंद प्रभु एंड प्रियंका माता जी, रति विलास देवी दासी, आशीष खन्ना, नामा प्रिया देवी दासी, आनंद लीला देवी दासी, I don't know, Gadadhar Chandra Prabhu didn't join today, I think. Aditri Dixit Mataji, Hari Bo, Geeta, Rupak, Shraddha, Shraddha Kutiris, Vasudha Devi Dasi, Ranga Devi Dasi, Abhay Mohan Prabhu, Adi Gopal Prabhu, and also Bruhat Madanga Prabhu, my old friend, joined today. Haribol. Prabhu, where are you now? Bruhat Prabhu, which city are you in now? Are you there, or he may have checked out? Haribol. So let's hear the wonderful song before we can read the Madhurya. Haribol.
Mama mana mandire raho nishi din Krishna Murari Shri Krishna Murari Mama mana mandire raho nishi din Krishna Murari Shri Krishna Murari Bhakti Priti Mala Chandan Bhakti Priti Mala Chandan Tumi niyo hai niyo Chittanandan Tumi niyo hai niyo Chittanandan Jivana marana tava puja nivedan Jivana marana tava puja nivedan Sundar hai man hari Sundar hai man hari Krishna Murari Shri Krishna Murari Mama mana mandire raho nishi din Krishna Murari Shri Krishna Murari Eso Nanda Kumar, Nanda Kumar, eso Nanda Kumar, Nanda Kumar, abe prema pradipe, arati tomar, prema pradipe, arati tomar, nayana jamuna, jhare anibar, nayana jamuna, झरे अनिबार तुम्हारा विरह गिरधारी तुम्हारा विरह गिरधारी कृष्ण मुरारी श्री कृष्ण मुरारी मम मन मंदिरे रहो निशी दिन Krishna Murari Shri Krishna Murari बंदन गाने तव बजो कजीवा कृष्ण मुरारे श्री कृष्ण मुरारे.
Thank you very much, Ishwar Krishna Prabhu, for playing a wonderful song. What an immense feeling by hearing those wonderful songs. So we will continue reading the Madhurya Kadambini, and somehow or other, after I came to my home from Baton Rouge, I'm able to assess that, oh gosh, I saved it where it's supposed to be, but it didn't save. I don't know, I just minimize. So please have a little patience. I'll have to scroll down to all the chapters, which is difficult. Thank you very much for all of your patience. Krishna is teaching us something right. We have to learn everything. If we want to surrender to Krishna, he will take all the tests, how sincere we are. So this is one of the tests, I guess. Let me see where we were.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Sorry, joined late today.
No problem, no problem, Prabhu.
Yeah.
I always wants to remind you, and I love your family so much that I can criticize openly. I feel that we have the relation, so it's nice that you take it that way. Let me see. Still, it's not came where we left yesterday. Please bear with me. I think we did the Guru Aparat, Shiva Aparat, demigods. So this is, we already read. Okay. Jivas to type, that also we read. Dhamma, those who thoroughly search. Okay, Shruti Shastra. Okay, I think I will read one more paragraph that will bring to, if we were just talking about the offender toward the holy name, if such offenders can become enlightened by a devotee with thorough knowledge of the matter, then they can realize in what way Shiva and Vishnu are non-different. With this realization, and by performing Nam Kirtan, the person can nullify his offenses. Shruti Shastra's Ninda is the fourth offense of the disrespect for Shruti scriptures, Vedas, considering that they do not mention anything about bhakti and are thus only glorified by worldly minded people. If one commits this offense, one obtains relief when one has the fortune to understand the subject properly from a knowledgeable devotee. The Shrutis very mercifully help the most unqualified people. not following any Vedic rules or regulations, and blinded by material desire to come to the path of bhakti. Commission of the fourth offense is nullified by using the same mouth that criticized the Shastra, such as the Shrutis, propounding karma and jnana. One should praise the same scripture as well as the practitioners of those scriptures, the performance of karma and jnana, and perform loud chanting of the holy name Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So, in the same way, one should understand the commission and nullification of the other six offenses. So, I think this Acharya is not going to describe all these 10 offenses up to now, maybe later. I haven't read the complete book, so I cannot tell you how it is, but that's where it stopped. Next are the anarthas. So first the offenses, six offenses covered, and now they are going to the anarthas arising from bhakti. As many weeds grow along with the main plant, along with bhakti, there appear acquisitions of material wealth and other facilities, worship and respect by others, a comfortable position and fame, labha, puja, pratishtha. By their nature, they have the power to influence the heart of the devotee, expand and retard the growth of the main plant intended for cultivation of bhakti. So these are some of the things we have to be really, really careful not to have any love, puja, worship, or pratishtha, or reputations, or followers. Those are detrimental to the bhakti. We need to remain a fallen souls of all fallen. That position we should maintain. So now the Acharya is describing the stages in nullification of the anarthas. They give wonderful information so we can exactly know where we are in our devotional practice. Nothing is hidden. So four types of anarthas have been mentioned, namely those arising from previous sinful activity, from previous pious activity. I think we did that, but nothing wrong to repeat. From namaprad and from cultivation of bhakti. They have five grades of anartha nivruti, nullification, limited to one anartha, affecting many anarthas. Almost complete prayaki, complete purna, and absolute atyantiki. Thus, immediately after starting performance of devotional activities, bhajan kriya, there is nullification, but it is limited. According to the famous logic, the town burned, the cloth is torn. In other words, when we hear that the town burned, we can imagine that some of it must still be existing. Or if a cloth is torn, the pieces are still existing. By continuing practice with the appearance of nistha, the eradication is pervasive, affecting many anarthas. Definitely we have read this, yes. With appearance of rati or bhav, the eradication is almost complete. With appearance of prema, the eradication is complete. And with the attainment of the Lord's association, the eradication is absolute, with no possibility of their reappearance. This is a lot of the time devotee asks the questions that if we go back to the kingdom of God, do we come back? And it shows now the answer that once we have attained the love of God, then all these eradications of these anarthas and aparadhas is complete, And with the attainment of the Lord association, the eradication is absolute, means no change, with no possibility of their reappearance. So we will never come back in this material world again if we make it to the stage. Thus, if one thinks that the following occasional episodes demonstrate anartha arising even after attaining the lotus feet of the Lord by one's intelligence, he should throw out that thought from his mind. So our Acharya is reconfirming that forget about any thought that once we re-attain our original positions as servants of God, and we will get the entry in the Goloka Vrindavan, where Krishna is waiting to embrace us, we will never come back. So in the case of Chitraketus, who had already attained the lotus feet of the Lord, his accidental Mahaprad to Shiva was apparent, not real, for there was no ill effect from his mistake, both as an associate of the Lord and assuming the form of a demon Vitrasur. His Valtha Prem was still evident. The cause of apparent offense of Jai and Vijay was a manifestation of their personal desire stimulated by Prem. The two desired in this way, O Prabhu, O Lord of Lords, O Narayan, you desire to fight, but we do not see a suitable opponent for you. All those available are too weak in Goloka Vrindavan. So Krishna has to come down in this material world. Haribol. These demons are also devotee of Krishna. Though we are strong, we are not inimical to you. Somehow or other, make us inimical to you and realize your desire to fight. We being your faithful servants cannot tolerate to see my any lack whatever in your perfections. Diminish your quality of affection for your devotees and fulfill our prayers. So the eradications of the anarthas arising from previous sin is as follows. With the performance of bhajan kriya, the eradication is almost complete. And with the appearance of nishtha stage, eradication is complete. And with the appearance of asakti, it is absolute. And the eradication of anartha arising from bhakti is as follows. With the performance of bhajan kriya, eradication is limited in our conditioned state. With the appearance of nishtha, it is complete. And with the appearance of ruchi, it is absolute. The wise self-realized souls have concluded this by thoroughly considering all the matters. So one may raise the objections that these stages of extinguishes anarthas do not apply to devotees, quoting hundreds of verses from Shastras such as Amaha samharat akilam sukrat daya deva sakala lokshaya trane eva timiranjar lamda jayanti jagat mangalam harera nama. As with the sunrise, all darkness is destroyed. In the same way, with one utterance of the holy name, all sins are destroyed. All glories to the holy name who bestows such auspiciousness on the whole universe. Sridhar Swami, definitely we have read this also, but it's so nice to repeat, we get very deep understanding. Nahi Bhagavan agatitam idam tvad darsanam druman akhila papakshaya yan namna shakruch charvanat pukasho api vimuchyate samsarat. O my Lord, simply by seeing you, one is immediately free from all material contamination. This is not impossible, because what to speak of seeing you personally? Merely by hearing your holy name once only, Even a Chandal can obtain liberation from the material world. Srimad Bhagavatam 6.16.44. Or citing Ajamila's case, where simply by his uttering the Lord's name once in a Namabhas, all anarthas, even up to avidya, ignorance, the root cause of the material bondage, were removed and he attained the lotus feet of the Lord. What a wonderful glorification of the holy name. So this is all true. One should have no doubt that the holy name has in all cases such inestimable power. However, the holy name, being unhappy with offenses committed against it, does not manifest its complete power in the offender. This is indeed the reason sinful tendency continue in the offender. Still, the servant of death have no power to attack such a person as in Ajamil case. Sakrun Manaha Krishna Padarvindayo Nivesitam Tadguna Ragiyar Iha Nate Yanmam Pashabrutas Chatadbhutam Vapne Api Pashyanti Hi Charana Niskrataha. Although not having fully realized Krishna, person who has even once surrendered completely unto his lotus feet, being somewhat attracted by his name, form, qualities, and pastimes, have thus performed the true method of atonement. Even in dreams, such persons do not see Yamaraj or his servant carrying nooses. Srimad Bhagavatam 6.190. So what a benefit. It's guarantee us not to see Yamaraj. Though this is true, they have no means of purification other than becoming free from Namaprad. Citing the Padma Purana in the discussion on the 10 offenses in Hari Bhakti Vilas, it says, Namno balad yasya hi papa buddhir na vidyate tasya yamirhi suddhihi. Committing sin on the strength of the holy name, one cannot be purified even by practicing the regulation of yoga, etc. for thousands of years. Haribol. So in this verse, the word yama, yami refer to the rules and regulation, yama and niyama of Yoga Shastra. In other words, though the aparadhi is free from yama, the Lord of Death, Yama, cannot free him of anarthas. So in the case of the offender losing the mercy of the name, is similar to a subordinate who is offensive to his vastly wealthy and capable master. Who is the master? Holy name. He is denied proper care and is treated indifferently by the master. As a result, that person comes to suffer poverty and distresses of all sorts. This is the root cause of our suffering. We have not yet attained the attachment to chant the pure holy name. It should be known that a master neglects a servant who is offensive and no one else is capable of helping him except the holy name. Not any karma kan, not any jnana kan, not even yoga. So if the offending servant again puts himself at the back and call of his master, the master then gradually shows mercy. Slowly, he will then make more taste on you before he gives the mercy. That person suffering are step by step eliminated. In the same way, the offended devotee will at first suffer some miseries. And as he performs sincere service to the devotees, the scripture, spiritual master, and the holy name will again gradually manifest mercy and gradually eliminate his evil tendencies. Thus, one cannot argue against the gradual elimination of anarthas. So if we are still suffering in this material world, it shows that we are still chanting in the stage of offense and aparadh. Otherwise, there should be no suffering in this material world. You should be live very peacefully, very joyfully, with no fear in your life. This is what the holy name can reward. But if we are not seeing this, still we are suffering some miseries in the material life, distress. We know for sure that we need to work very hard to improve our chanting. Someone may argue that I have never committed any offenses. One should not make such statements, Haribol. Though the offense may not have been done recently, it may have been done in the past. But one can infer the existence of offenses by their effect. The effect of offense is that a person will not manifest any symptoms of prem by performance of Nam Kirtan. So if we are not advancing, we are not becoming attached to the holy name, we know for sure that we are committing Namaprad. Tad ashmasharam rudayam vatedam yat gruhyamanai harinam deye na vikriyetata yada vikaro netre jalam gatra ruhesu harshaha. One's heart is certainly still framed. If, when chanting the holy name, there is no change in the heart, tear in the eyes, or standing of hair on the body. Srimad Bhagavatam 2.3.24. Seeing the following verse from Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, another doubt arises. Kete paradha viphendra namno bhagavataha krutaha vinigahnanti nurnam krutyam prakrutam hyanyanti hi. Haribol. O foremost of Brahmanas, what are the offenses against the name of the Lord which cancel the result of all one's performance and lead to a material conceptions, even of transcendental topics? Haribol, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. And that's why we have no attractions to read even the scriptures. Haribol. In other words, repeatedly hearing and chanting the Lord's name should give prem, serving the sacred tirth, and should bestow perfection. Tasting repeatedly the ghee, milk, and battle prasadam should destroy all desire for sense enjoyment. So what are the grave offenses which cancel these results and cause all this spiritually potent activity is to appear material? This very startling and unwearying question is being raised. If this is, so does it follow that a person who commits a namaprad become averse to the Lord and thus cannot even take shelter of Guru or perform devotional activities? Answer has been given by our Acharya. This is true. As during a serious fever, losing all taste for good food, a person finds it impossible to eat. So a person who commits a serious offense loses scope for hearing, chanting, and performing devotional activities. When our activities, chanting and everything remain steady, that means we are not advancing in spiritual life. It must increase on a day-to-day, minute-to-minute basis. There is no doubt about this. However, if the fever lessens with time, some taste for food develops. Even then, nourishing food like milk and rice cannot give the full power of nourishment to the person suffering from chronic fever. So they bestow some benefit, but cannot relieve him of his wasted condition. An invalid's diet and medicine can, however, with time, restored him to his previous healthy condition. Haribol. I will believe in the diet more than the medicines or anything like that. At that time, the full potency of normal food can be utilized by the body, and in the same way, after a long period of suffering, the effects of aparadh, the intensity reduces somewhat, and the devotee develop a little taste. Again, the devotee becomes qualified for bhakti. Repeated doses of hearing and chanting the Lord's name and performance of other devotional processes, gradually everything is revolved in. So what is the progression? The saints have described this progression as follow. Ado Shraddha Tataha Satu Sango Atha Bhajana Kriya Tato Anartha Nivruti Shyat Tato Nista Ruchistataha Atha Saktis Tato Bhavas Tata Prema Vyudantachari Sadha Kanamayam Prema Pradyurbhave Bhavet Kramaha. Starting with faith, followed by association, bhajan kriya, anartha nivruti, nishta, ruchi, asakti, bhav and prem. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu explained in 1-4, verse 15 and 16. So some not only suppose the presence namaprad due to the absence of symptoms of prema and traces of sinful activity in devotees who are practicing the devotional process such as kirtan, but they also suppose the absence, destruction of the reactions of previous karma, prarabdha, by observing the presence of ordinary material distresses. Haribol. However, Ajamil named his son Narayan and called that name many times every day in what has been ascertained to be in an inoffensive manner. Still, he did not manifest the symptoms of prem. Moreover, he was also inclined to sinful relations with a prostitute. Yudhishthir had achieved the association of the Supreme Lord himself and was thus certainly free from past karmic reactions. Still, he had to suffer many apparently ordinary material miseries, as the true bears fruits only in proper season. The holy name, though pleased with an offenseless person, will reveal its mercy to him only in due time. For the devotee, accumulate sins committed due to previous bad habits have no effect like the bite of a serpent without his poison fangs. The sickness, lamentation, and other suffering undergone by a devotee are not the reactions to sin in previous life, prarabdha. The Lord himself has said, we will stop here. The time has reached that we need to stop. We have to remain always punctual in our practice, including joining the Japa call. Haribol. So with those thoughts, always remain happy, jubilant, and totally fearless. And whoever you come across, give them a kind word that their life can also become jubilant, happy, totally fearless. With those thoughts, I would like to offer my humble obeisances at the desk of wonderful devotees who take so much austerity. I'm a retired person, I'm a useless guy. I have nothing to do, so I can do it. But those devotees who still do the grahastha duty and still join early in the morning, it's really melt my heart. So I always want to be at their lotus feet. With those thoughts, I would like to offer my humble obeisances at the desk of these wonderful Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis. They are so kind to give their company, to strengthen our sadhana, and achieve the goal for what purpose we have come in this material world. We have been rotten many, many times, many, many lives. Still, we have not learned the lesson. That's amazing. You know, we should remember how much was the suffering in different pieces of life, what we have gone through. By looking at the animal, and Krishna is so kind. He showed us all the animal, all the existence to remind us that one day we were them. And how much suffering is there? Still, we have not learned the lessons. We are so ignorant, you know. We are totally illusions. What is not right, we put all the energy. What is right, we don't have time. That's so misfortune. I don't know. Unless and until we devote, like I was saying earlier, you should measure every day. How many hours are you practicing? Listening class, chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, reading books, writing something. I'm still struggling, you know. Some day 15 hours, some day 18 hours, and I'm dwelling how to fill that gap of 3 hours that I should absorb 18 hours a day. It's difficult, but at least we should put our effort and remain determined to achieve that goal one day. And if we remain steadfast in our devotion, the Krishna's heart will get melted and he will bestow his mercy. Without his mercy, on our own strength, we won't be able to do anything. So with those thoughts, I would like to offer my humble obeisances to the devotees who joined from Aurora, Illinois, Carltondale, India, New York, New Jersey, Virginia, Boston, Boise, Atlanta, Tempe, Phoenix, College Station, Austin, San Jose, Dallas, Detroit, Chicago, Naperville, Philadelphia, Charlotte, Baltimore, Baton Rouge, Portland, Orlando, Jacksonville, Ohio, St. Louis, New Delhi, and also Jammu and Kashmir. And I don't know where is Aditri Dixit Mataji is from, but she is also joining. They are like Mataji wrote me that Shraddha, well, not Shraddha Mataji, what is it? Vasudha Devi Dasi, that she is studying and she is appearing in an exam, but still she found the time to join. Right? Very, very nice example. And the Balaji is at LSU. Now he is, joining before 4:30 even though he has do his master study. So many wonderful examples to follow and to inspire us. This is the Sangha that will lead us to the firm faith in the holy name one day and become so attached that we should not eat anything if we don't chant properly. We can stay without the food and water. I tried that. 6 weeks I stay without water and any food. Just I was taking 6 ounces of juice. I survived. And all this disease from my body was gone on 17th day. That's the glory of fasting. So our body is so capable. We are not, as I said so many times, we are not using even 9% of our ability what Krishna has given us. Because we are lazy. We have no interest to do such a things. We, we should do something so drastic in our life. Because who knows what other chances we may get in our life. While we have it, use it in Krishna's service. Otherwise, it will be stolen away and you will feel so miserable. Just think about it, that we have the money and at the night the thieves come and stole all the money. And we will feel, man, I have the money. I didn't give it to Krishna. And look at this, somebody stole. At the end of our life, something, all will be stolen anyway. Write it down. So this is the opportunity to use. And I was so lucky that I met that doctor, Jagdish Sumani. He doesn't live in the New Talavan. He lives in Pittsburgh. But some devotees, some girls asked doctor, I don't know, they knows each other. Whatever the circumstances, maybe I didn't remember the detail. But she asked Prabhu that could you drive me to New Talavan? And Prabhu came and he saw nice arrangement and everything. And then Yogeshwar Prabhu, the temple president, must have said that, Prabhu, we wants to build a temple, but we don't have money. And the doctor is so kind. And he said, I will build you a temple with my own money. So he must have $2-3 million. He gets so close to me now. He called me every day since I met him. And he said that, I will spend all the rest of the money in Krishna's service. So he is spending single-handedly building a beautiful temple in New Talavan. And Prabhu also told me that after he finished, he's gonna build a very nice guest house for the visitors to stay. He's gonna make a very perfect situation. Like last evening, he called me around 6 o'clock p.m. and he said, Prabhuji, I want you to move permanently here and manage and help me grow this. Uh, and I said, Prabhuji, I have taken now the responsibility in Baton Rouge. I have to create the center, and I'm going to meet some members today in Houston to see that if they assist me to open many centers, which city doesn't have the center. That's my goal, to open the centers, go to the city like Baton Rouge. We don't have the center, establish the center and move to the next city where there is no center. It's so sublime.